Well, hello, it's your conscience speaking. We haven't spoken in a while. I'm just kidding. Once again, you've fallen for the classic blunder of the commentator switch.
How dare you?
Yeah, indeed. But hello, my name is Snug Kieran, or perhaps you recognize it from the trailer. This handsome voice isn't exactly hard to replicate. I'm just kidding. And with me today, I have my co-commentator, Straw Hat.
Hello. Yes, we have
Yes.
arrived, and we're into the second portion of the tournament. And I guess just to comment on some of the earlier matches, um, what a blowout on a lot of these. On a lot of these, not it for one team in particular, but just for the ink. You know, I think everybody came here and we're ready to unload on the turf. What do you think, Kieran?
I mean, it was a very interesting set. Like the sets we saw on stream were extremely interesting. Definitely some unsurprising picks given the patch, but at the same time, there were some incredible plays from both sides on just about every set. It was very impressive and fun to watch.
Yeah, and we're going to keep it rolling. So next up, we've got no other than the Flying Daggers going up against Too Late.
Mhm.
Do you think they're going to be on time today?
I mean, considering their namesake, I do believe they have to commit to the bit at this point.
Yeah,
They've
but
already
let's not
named
jinx
themselves that.
it. For sure, for sure. And you know, it's all good fun. But
Mhm.
soon we'll be getting in one of the team managers for Too Late and getting a little more insight on some of these players and see what kind of team comps they're going to be building
Mhm.
to take on the opposing teams.
Indeed, indeed.
Hello
So,
there, I am Fisk. I'm the team manager for Too Late and also the director of this fancy program, though that is not what's important right now.
mhm.
Hooray!
Mm.
All right, well,
So,
welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, welcome. So do tell us a little bit about your team, because I do believe everybody in the audience is quite curious.
Oh yeah, the team is quite fun. Um, I believe they're actually that's something really curious. I believe they're one of the few teams in this like season of teams that are running pencil comps. Interestingly enough, most of them tend to run either coolerless or something with Zapper added, which is really curious to me, considering the balance of pencil. But then again, we're in low level and we can do whatever is fun to us.
Yeah, low level. What's the meta? What is that four-letter word over there that everybody's trying to, push? I don't know. Right. Either way, so is there anything we should watch out for? Because I certainly see a player with a certain, three weapons on their loadout that I like very much.
Kieran has spotted the brush player.
Yeah, fellow brush player spotted.
Oh yeah, for sure. They actually run quite interesting comps. Usually they have their brush, their shot, and then Red Ringer. Something to really watch out for is Ollie and SJ, so that's the shot and sometimes rapid player and the dread player. Both of them are really strong mechanically, and it's actually been quite fun in the past 5 months, um, seeing seeing them like get these crazy picks whenever we scrim. So definitely watch out for those two.
So going off of that, then I do believe you expect them to at least do well, or perhaps you disagree. How do you think
Well,
they'll do?
um, they are like a really strong team. The
Hmm.
competition is something that we have to worry about, though. As a matter of fact, we've played the other team Flying Daggers in just the last round, in the last round of Swiss, and that has been an 0-2 for us. So it's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be difficult, but I believe that we can adapt into the enemy comp. We can change how we play, and I believe that we can take the W.
Hmm. Well, at least you're confident with it. But one thing I think everybody's asking is, where did the name come from? Like, that's definitely something we should probably ask ourselves, because it's a rather unique name.
That's quite an interesting story, actually. So we have like an internal ID system for all the teams that we make, and
Hmm.
this team has the ID 8. And when they thought of a few different team names, they really liked playing around with like having 8 in the team name and just like pronouncing that out. So something that came up is literally having the letters 2, L, and then 8 to pronounce that out to too late. And that's kind of where the team name came from there.
I see. Okay, that's an interesting one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
clever.
So, I do believe that's all we have. Yeah, I do believe that's all the questions we have. Unless you'd like to give out some additional information or fun facts about the team, real quick.
I think that's everything. Look forward to the set. It's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for all that, Fisk. And we look forward to seeing your team out there on the battlefield, if you will. So we're going to be looking at our maps coming up. Because of the semifinal, it's going to be a best of 5. So they're going to have both teams are going to have a chance to scrap it out. Starting off with zones, how do you feel about Umami Ruins?
Umami Ruins is a fairly interesting map for the first one. It's definitely a map that you can work well with a lot of weapon comms, and it's a 2 zones map. So both teams get the zone flip condition is a little different than most of the other traditional maps in the game. But you need to be careful because again, you taking mid is a fairly powerful play, but you need to be careful that somebody doesn't throw an explosive up there.
Yeah, and it's
So
going to
it
be a
really
lot
comes
of.
down to who.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because of the divider in the middle, it can be very easy for a player to flank or sneak around if they're not if the attention isn't on them. Pardon me. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these two different teams focus with their comms, especially with a brush on the field. Because if you don't look at the brush, well, the brush has a tendency to suddenly teleport behind you.
Yeah, they tend to lose track, or players tend to lose track of the brush if you don't keep an eye on it. We know that Too Late's going to probably be going for the cooler. We'll see if Flying Daggers tries to counter with their own cooler. But like you said, 2 split zones. It's going to be easier to contest and also harder to kind of try and keep control of that zone as players keep coming back in from spawn. What I can gather from Umami Ruins, a pretty open, pretty big map. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for any charger picks or things like that. Or even we saw in Too Late, they had the Stamper there. I could imagine we're going to be seeing some zip casters into the back line, try and disrupt sort of the flow and the hold that some teams might have on the zones.
Well, I do believe things are looking to get going, and here we are. Welcome to Umami Ruins, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get interesting.
Yeah, after we take a look at these banners, those squids look fresh. Oh, we've got
Double sword. Okay, double sword. No brush coming out from the other side. Well, this is definitely an interesting com. That's the word at least to say.
Yeah, and the jet
I'm
sculpture
surprised
with the
double sword
ink pack too. I think that's not something you usually see, but it's probably going to have a lot of impact on these zones, able to give a lot of protection and push up on one of the sides. But here we go, the scrapping begins. Let's see who capitalizes.
Yeah, the thing is, they need to be very careful with their spacing because if one, oh my goodness, and a very aggressive reslider comes out.
Yeah, just out of range. There comes
incredible
the
positioning though.
vac.
A vac comes out and a zip caster to follow. Another counter zip to try and counter the vac. What is
jumping
this?
after
Are we
each
playing
other.
cards? Are we playing? Yeah. Are we playing cards? Or are we playing Splatoon? Oh my god.
Spider-Man versus Venom. Watch out.
Yeah, and the exact thing I was afraid of starts to happen. Like once one of these stampers gets a hit, the other one is going to be able to follow very quickly from a different angle, and well, that can easily result in a fast snowball. So now we have Too Late on the back foot here, trying to get back into the zone. They have a reslider, they just need to get close enough to use it. The cooler is active too, so we're gonna have to see some aggression.
Here comes a crab.
Yeah, Crab gets taken out. Excellent shooting from the blaster. The blaster is now on hike with a jet. Goes and uses it. Directs the zip caster, but unfortunately, a vac saves him. Oh my goodness, yes. Very good use of the vac. Oh, what a landing cram. Good zone neutralization, but again, they flying daggers are already here. Like they're taking their namesake.
Yeah, since the
They're
beginning.
taking their namesake very seriously with this strategy, with this unconventional strat. Again, the zone is neutralized, but again, that is only one of those zones. They have like 5 seconds on the clock here if the zone does not flip. So they need to be
2
careful.
minutes in.
Zone is going to flip again. Oh no, that is a tragic
Got
one.
10 points. Oh, it's back.
Oh, they're
We're
keeping
fighting.
it neutral. They like.
Yeah, they put a penalty on it. Here comes the special.
Oh, okay, one frag.
It's a nail biter.
It is indeed. Oh my
It's
goodness.
just back and forth.
Tulane is holding off this first point with their lives.
Flying Daggers is making it impossible for them.
Oh my
I can't
goodness.
believe it. They still haven't put a penalty on.
This is an incredible
Oh,
display
there
of
it is.
tenacity, and the penalty does get applied. It is not over for too late. And again, sticking to namesakes for these two teams. This is incredibly fun to watch already, and
Big
I'm frankly
momentum
surprised.
Big momentum swing for too late. They're trying to now answer back and say, no, we can hold control just as good as you can. But
is a
Flying
back
Daggers,
ready.
I think, with a few specials and misses, but then comes in with the Zipcaster trying to disrupt the back line.
Unfortunately, that Zitcaster doesn't look like it's going to get much. And again, they maintain
Didn't
control.
capitalize.
Too late is maintaining control, and in ooh,
Reef slider.
What a reef slider! And unfortunately, that to cover it was a little too late. And well, the sword, you know, being a sword, kills the vacuum. Dooley's left alone in the middle, in mid, again gets picked off, but 2 players go down on too late, and I do believe they are going to get a penalty for this if they're not careful.
Yeah,
It does happen.
And then they get pushed back. Here comes one of the.
Oh my
Stampers.
goodness! Again,
Just missing
incredibly
that.
aggressive. Yeah, and Flying Daggers incredibly aggressive with their swords, and I respect the commitment to do so. But they need to be careful. They didn't have the support of the depth culture there. Whom is doing a very good job of maintaining the front line for their team. But they need to be careful as the sword can outrange you, and you get shipped out, unfortunately.
Yeah, that blaster helped do some extra
Oh!
damage. Nice direct. Is he gonna get the last player?
Ollie is schmoovin'.
All right, they're just trying to bait each other out.
Ollie has down a good gallon of tactical juice. Oh, the full damage combo from the crab tank there. Unfortunately, that Dreadringer's
goes down, and
oh,
then there
lands
goes the
directly on
pencil.
someone. Again, an incredibly aggressive push from both of the Stampers will result in a snowball effect, pushing Too Late back into their spawn. A good self-defense, but the Stamper is on their own there.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. Okay, 3 down.
3
We got
down,
one
and the
aimed
last
back to
back.
defend against 4 players.
Yeah, but they are stalling in the right way. Can they flip the zone to get overtime started? They have 20 seconds to do so.
Takes the inkjet down.
Oh, the jet gets picked. That isn't good. Again, you need to, this is a very, very tough situation for Too Late because again, they are on the clock here. Flying Daggers, all they need to do is stall for a few more seconds and they have the first point. Oh no, the Stamper gets
down.
picked for Too Late.
1
But it's
second
3
left.
down, but it's too late. They've done their job. Stamper using the Zipcaster to stall one of the zones long enough. Very, very close game there. in
Very
my opinion.
intense. Yeah, that is a wrap for Flying Daggers. I think from the beginning, just showing
you got the
how
wrong team.
aggressive they were ready to be, and it took everything for Too Late to even just put a penalty on in the first couple of minutes. So great show. We're not counting them out yet. It is a best of 5.
That
but
was
so
absolutely
far,
an interesting one.
like how do you deal with the double stamper? You know?
I think that's up to them to decide because again, they were able to definitely work around it. Like it wasn't that much. I don't think it was an issue of comms. I think it was just an issue of how they took their fights or or how the Stampers have pushed them.
Yeah, I
Because you
agree.
saw on multiple occasions, they got chipped down by the just volley of burst bombs and darts that got sent their way. I think.
Yeah, and they were
But-
still managing to get some picks and even it out. So they were building momentum, but we all know in Splatoon, you got to keep being able to carry that momentum. Otherwise, the opponent's team is just gonna carry it back with a special or something like that. So I think double Zipcasters, just sort of pulling aggro, getting in their face, getting in the back line.
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough to deal with. They've got
Yeah,
their
it
work cut out
was.
for them.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely works out for them. I think the highlight of the match, though, was the zone remaining neutral at at around 10 points remaining for about 30
Absolutely.
seconds. That was
Yeah.
a nail biter of a moment because again, Too Late managed to keep the game alive, which was something that was like you got to play well under pressure there just to keep that situation going because like one mistake there and the tournament and your first point was gone like in the first like 2 minutes. But
Well
again,
said.
like
Yeah.
great play from Too Late. Like you
Yeah,
can't complain.
they could have lost right there in the first minute or two, and that would be a pretty big demoralizing crush, just in
Hmm.
terms of your mental. So I think being able to fight back and say, okay, yeah, we didn't win the first match. You know, we've played against this team before. We know what they're capable of, but at least we're
Hmm.
not getting rolled over. So good
Yeah,
on you, Too Late. Keep fighting.
yeah. It's a good mentality to have of just being like, wow, that was a close match. That's definitely doable. It's like having the mentality of, okay, we can do this. It's like not giving up after first set well, after first point. Because again, you can take this to game 5. I can definitely see these teams fighting, like getting a slugfest going until it's game 5.
That would be
And we'll
epic.
have to see because right now it is ship-shape cargo on well on tower. So tower with double stamper and a vac might be interesting because that I can definitely see that push just snowballing. But we'll have to see how Flying Daggers chooses to execute those pushes.
Yeah, let's see if they switch comps, if they feel comfortable. Okay, it looks
Oh no,
like
they
they're
are.
locked in.
Hmm.
And
And
we've got
we don't see an adaptation on the other side either.
everybody's confident in their abilities, so
Mhm.
they're just gonna
I
let it
mean,
all out there.
Blaster on a tower map is never a bad idea, and oh my goodness. Oh, incredibly aggressive push
Already.
from the dualies right away, taking out 2. Both the Blaster and the Stamper are down for Too Late. That is not good. The Dread, again, is left reeling, goes for a oh my goodness!
God.
Unfortunately, that is a Reef Slider moment.
Yeah,
That is a Reef
Agu
Slider moment. They
went
were a
up
little
the
too far down the
platform.
incline to kill.
Yeah, he
And
went
a
up
Crab
the
Tank
platform.
protected
Wow.
by a Vac comes out.
That's hard
They
to
have
deal
a
with.
they have a Zipcaster on the ready. 2
Yeah,
Zipcasters are ready. They are going to pop both of them and push the top side.
Yeah,
Oh my
Blaster
goodness!
down. Oh my god.
Prepare
yeah,
for
they
trouble
just
and make
hold
it
aggro.
double, but unfortunately,
Hey, look at the south
Too
side.
Late.
The tower.
Yeah.
It's already at
Yeah.
20 points.
The
They'll
thing is,
clean it
Too
up.
Late have managed to fracture the push. Too Late have managed to fracture the push and stagger them. So now, again, they will send the tower back, but they have lost players. Argu is looking to most likely get jumps, or is just waiting for a flank. It doesn't
gonna
seem like,
wait,
yeah, no. Oh,
They
he
don't
does,
even see it
no, he gets a
coming.
flank. Oh, he goes down.
They had no clue. And can they get some more?
Yeah, I mean, they're not dead yet, so we'll have to
Okay.
see. But they do know they're there. Ooh, okay. Oh, SJ thought Argu was dead. Okay, good pick, 3 down. Never mind, 2. 3 down
There
again.
it
Oh
is.
my goodness, this
Yeah.
changes. The game state changes so quick with this kind of comp.
You saw into
Oh,
the
what
future.
a reach! What a jump swing there from SJ to reach that stamper. We have Crab Tank coming out.
Trying to
Argu
defend
again
here.
looking to deny space here.
Yeah, they're trying to stop.
Okay,
the
we have a
push, and they're
Reslider on the point.
doing a
Again,
reasonable
Stamper
job
goes
at
down.
it. We got more
Oh, Reslider
special.
comes out, does kill someone.
Takes
The
him out.
explosive radius does in fact kill one of the Stampers, and the other Stamper is left running for their lives. But Argu on the other side of the map has the other team in a bind and gets a wipe because of a flank. My goodness.
That was pretty clean. It looked chaotic. The flying daggers were very split up. Only one on tower, but taking the advantage here. And now they're not.
Oh
They're
my
not slowing
goodness.
down. Their ink
The
tanks are
unbridled
full.
aggression we are seeing here is insane.
It's gonna be very hard for Too Late just to reposition.
Yeah, and now
let
they don't
alone
have any
get an
checkpoints to
advantage.
protect them. They need to do something, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, they do kill the Tower Rider, but it's 1 frame too late.
Yeah, the frame data was not on their side in this case. Great job from Flying Daggers, really showing the double stamper aggro play with, especially if your dually player is a monster, getting in there early.
Mhm.
Congrats
Some incredible
to Too
patience.
Late for putting up a fight, trying to stop them trying to stop Flying Daggers from just steamrolling them. But in the end, they had enough coordination to just pick everybody off and secure that tower victory. So well done.
Hmm. I think it was also like to complement the patience that Argu had there, because they could easily have gone for SJ, but they wanted to kill Ollie because, well, I'm not sure whether they had a specific target in mind, but they could have easily jumped up early from that one initial flank they had. They could easily have jumped up early to get a kill, and they would not have gotten as much value because they probably would have gotten picked off immediately afterwards. So
Yeah, I
again, that
agree.
was on top of the fact that they were willing to meet aggression with aggression and just go straight for a counter push off of the crab. That was a very, very scary thing to see, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'd be intimidated by that display.
yeah, the
I'm gonna be
crab
real. I'd
played
be
made it
intimidated.
very hard for Too Late to do anything against. They did get it once, but now we're switching modes. We're going into Rainmaker, Undertow
Hmm.
Spillway. Did we see this map earlier? I think we did.
We did see this map mode combination earlier. I do believe it was the last set that we saw it in.
Yeah, and it was quite a thrashing between both teams. Let's hope for a similar match. Now here's the question: Flying Daggers went 2 games in a row, double stamper. Are they going to do it 3 games in a row for Rainmaker?
I mean, I think they're going to keep with their namesake. It's definitely working for them. Again, they have a vac weapon. They have 2 weapons that are willing to push together, and they have a crab weapon. I mean, I don't see why they would switch at this point. They've clearly got the momentum, and they're trying to run away with it. But the question is, will Too Late try and respond with a comp change, or will they just try and make an adaptation in terms of playstyle? We'll have to see, because there's no way we can tell until we see what happens in the game.
Yeah, and I think Too Late has an extra player. We'll see if they do any swaps.
We'll have
But
to
we're
see,
going right
but
back
like,
into it.
let's run it. Because now Too Late are here for this. Are going to have to play for their for the set life, not their tournament lives just yet. So we're going to have to see.
Point for Flying Daggers, same comp all the way around.
No,
let's
same
get
comp on
into
both
it.
sides.
Early
They definitely,
pop.
yeah. It's not surprising that Flying Daggers have the pop power here because of, well, ooh, a little too close, and you get
There
comboed
goes
from
three.
it.
In the
Yeah,
first 20
3 down from
seconds.
Tempest, and
And
Tempest
he-
doesn't look like he wants to let the pencil go, but we'll have
Yeah.
to see. Oh my
Trying to
goodness, that
stop
was
him.
incredibly detrimental to their initial push, and they don't seem like they're going to let go now. A Zipcaster comes out, but immediately cancelled! Push has just been stopped in their tracks with a fantastic reslider.
And they were
But,
trying to
oh
pressure
no, but
that,
Argu has just killed a few players and will now try and make a desperate push to get points and a lead. He gets to 7! He gets
that
to
was
7!
insane. Nice squid roll to try and get just a little bit more and also shield himself from some damage. I thought that push was halted when the reef slider came out, but it looks like they had
Oh,
just
Tempest. Oh yeah, Tempest has managed to get on our flank, but I don't think anybody sees them. But SJ has done the right thing and has dropped the Rainmaker into a very beneficial spot for their team. Tempest actually does get a kill. It was a little scuff. Tempest is still on the flank. I'm not sure whether somebody is paying attention. Are we going to turn around? No. But again, the pencil doing a grand job of staying alive and trying to keep paint up. Tempest again in a spot to lurk and wait. Zipmaster comes out, tries to go for a pick on Ollie, but does not. Ollie's had enough of their shenanigans and is sending them packing.
Now here comes
No
the
cooler for
flank.
them either, meaning their respawn is going to be relatively long. A reslider comes out, not much from it. Oh my goodness.
Down goes the Rainmaker.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all
Flying
fighting on
Daggers
this
again
right
are
side.
just. Yeah. Flying Daggers are maintaining pressure and are keeping players. They are winning a lot more fights on average here. Oh my goodness.
It seems
They
like
lose
Too
both
Late
of their swords for the moment.
can only just try and keep keep the Flying Daggers from getting up on their platform. But now we see a more neutral position for everybody, and here they come trying to get in and see what they can do. Zipcaster
Zipcaster
on the
comes
right.
out. It doesn't get anyone, unfortunately. It went off alone. I think they need a little more than that for them.
Yeah, I think that was too preemptive. Here comes the crab, bit of support, trying to harass in the
Pencil does get picked. The Pencil does get a pick here. Look, oh, the vac comes out, denying the push entirely. The blaster and the Dreadrigger attempt to make a push, but the vac is well timed.
Here comes Inkjet for defense. He's trying to get some height, but it couldn't last long enough. I think this might be significant if Too Late can't stop this Rainmaker from pushing up.
Yes, I agree. Like, they have not been able to get past mid.
There he comes,
And that is a
SK.
very bad thing for them. Oh, 3 down. Is that going to be 4? Ollie looks to make it so.
big.
Ollie just takes out 2 players in a clean 2v1. And
Right,
now,
they
again,
finally
they
get
need to
advanced.
maintain this pressure. They need to create space, but they need to do it. Oh no, Argu again,
Oh my God,
letting a
alone,
dodge
bro.
roll rip and just go straight for an elimination.
Yeah,
And they don't have any special to complement this push, and it's going to die right as it started. Tempest
but-
looking to kill Bam, and it does happen. It's, oh, this is a
Now,
very tragic
Daggers
tale.
has their whole team with some specials and the Rainmaker as support. You know, watch out from above. Take shelter too late because
Ooh, good
this
shot
could
from
get
Ollie.
ugly. Yes, very good pick. And another one.
Yeah, and again, forcing the vac, but it might not be good because, again, that vac is just sucking up all of those projectiles and resulting in a big explosion. But again, like, we're going to have to see how they're able to respond here because the unbridled aggression and pressure these, like, flying daggers are putting out is just remarkable to watch. And again, Tempest gets another flank. Tempest
They're all
gets
caught
1.
off guard.
Tempest might get 2. He does get 2. They do get 2. They get 3. They might get 4. They get 4.
The whole shish kebab.
Indeed, the whole family meal.
And why not just
Oh
throw
my
your special
goodness,
out?
so much value off of a single flank, and again, the pressure has just been put on even more for too late.
Big
This
harass
is
in the
not
back
good.
line.
Oh,
And a
2 down
crab.
for too late. This might, in fact, be
How
too
do you
late.
stop this? How do you stop it?
Oh my goodness, Mishi is
going.
going in. Mishi dunks it, and that's it. Closing out the game before overtime. My goodness. Oh, too
Wow.
late held out as long as they could, but Flying Daggers putting out an astounding amount of pressure is I can't say it any other way. That was a dominant game 3, and they look to close it out with a 3-0.
Well said. Yeah. And if anybody doubted the double stamper meta, hey, here you go.
The double
Two
stamper
flying-
question mark meta?
Yeah,
Like,
two
that
two
is
zipcasters
clickbait.
flying around. I think the vac and just not just the vac, but having the jet squelcher's range was just really useful to harass that sort of middle point where a lot of the enemy team was sort of protected. And with the dualies, obviously, we saw Agu just getting in there and getting these picks and going off with the inkjet. Solid stuff.
Like, they might, like, my favorite thing about the Flying Daggers so far was their just ability to go, okay, foot on the gas, we don't stop. And it worked so well for them on multiple occasions of just being like, you guys may have trying to start a push, but we're going to push back into you. And they just, too late, couldn't really, I don't know, they didn't have an answer for that, like, willingness to just go constantly on the offensive. Like, I'm not sure what they could have done. It's really difficult to figure out from just the commentator seat.
Yeah, no,
Like-
it's and you know, you notice some picks from the blaster, notice some picks from the pencil too, but we really didn't see too late able to, at least in that last game, to break out of their side of the map.
Yeah.
Flying Daggers did a good job, just keeping them on their side and forcing that sort of defensive play.
Indeed, indeed. They did not let that Rainmaker take a single step towards their objective. They did not want it to do so. They willed it into existence, basically.
Yeah, congratulations to Flying Daggers, and
Mhm.
kudos to Too Late. You know, they showed up, they came out, and there's this isn't the only tournament that is going to be happening. So we definitely
Yeah.
look forward to seeing them again, and hopefully
Either
we'll see a
way.
rematch. You know, because Fisk did say that they've played Flying Daggers before, they've struggled to beat this particular team. So I think it's just more stuff to look forward to in the next tournaments.
Yeah, in the next sets. But for the moment, we'll be right back with the next set when it's ready. So don't go anywhere.
Down for now.